About a month ago, when Activision was purchased by Microsoft, or the announcement was made, and it was known that CoD would, for the foreseeable future, be managed by Microsoft, I knew a lot of changes were coming. The only thing is, I didn't expect that these changes would be coming so soon. We now know, for the first time in 2 decades, Call of Duty will not release a new title in 2023. Now, this is insane for a number of reasons. The first one being that since 2003, Call of Duty has released a new game every single year. And this is the first break in that streak. Now, unfortunately, we don't know too much of the behind-the-scenes situation, but I would be willing to bet pretty much anything that this is a direct result of the Microsoft acquisition. I cannot see Activision making this, the Activision leadership and Bobby Kotick, making this change on their own. Call of Duty is a franchise they release every year. It makes them billions of dollars, and we know that much more than the games being good, Activision cares how much money they make. They look at the short term rather than the long term future, and short term, releasing a CoD every year makes them the most money. This has created a culture where devs are overworked, and we as players have just come to expect that the new title that releases every year will just be unfinished, and that they'll finish it later on. And Vanguard is a perfect example of that. It's a buggy mess in many areas, and I feel like Cold War and Modern Warfare to a certain extent suffer the same fates. This, taking a step back and agreeing that, hey, we need more time to work on the game, and it means less money, but it's better for us long term, is such a drastic change from what Activision are used to, that I think that this is really the first positive change we're seeing Microsoft do. Because we've seen that they're much more open to change and long-term ideas. We saw them delay Halo Infinite when it needed it, and Halo Infinite released in a fantastic state. That alone gives me more hope for the Call of Duty franchise than pretty much anything Activision has done in years. So I'm very excited to see this, to be honest. But I want to go ahead and talk about what the major changes from this will be. And obviously, not receiving a new CoD in 2023, that's a big change. But this means, and we've seen this confirmed by Charlie Intel as well, that it looks like Modern Warfare 2 will receive 2 years of support. And that is the first time that this has ever happened. We've seen Cold War and Modern Warfare both get some extra maps out of their life cycle. We got some new gunfight maps and the Al Arab Air Base in Modern Warfare, and then the new maps recently to Cold War. But we've never seen support, really. And I think that this is a fantastic change. A lot of people did not like Modern Warfare 2019. I'm one of the people who did. I enjoyed most aspects of the game, and I think there were some major problems for sure, maps being the big one. I feel like the game overall was probably the best CoD has offered in a long time. That makes me really excited for this, because throughout Modern Warfare's life cycle, to me, it seemed like 2 years for that game was a smart idea. Cold War, when it released, was in a very much unfinished state, it lacked content, and I feel like if Modern Warfare had gotten an extra year, which it probably could have, especially with Warzone, Cold War would have had an extra year of development time, and I feel like it would have been a much better game than the game that we got, which was fine, but not what Treyarch are known for. Treyarch have made some absolute masterpieces in the past, classics. World at War, fantastic game. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and to a lesser extent, Black Ops 3. But Black Ops 4 and Cold War have really missed the mark, in my opinion, and I feel like Treyarch needs to do what Infinity Ward did after Ghost and Infinite Warfare, take a step back and think, what do we want to do in the future? What are our games going to look like? And what do we need to change in order to get the community happy like they were in the past? And I feel like Infinity Ward did that for the most part with Modern Warfare 2019, and now Treyarch has the opportunity to rebrand themselves just like that. And that makes me so excited for what they could pull off in 2024. But I do want to say, well, I think the news is, for the most part, very good. This shows that the future of CoD is very much in the air. We have no idea what's going on, and I don't think anybody else really does either. Microsoft and Activision are probably going to clash over CoD for the foreseeable future, and we'll see who ends up with more control, probably Microsoft, but executives are going to fight, and we know that Activision like the old way. They like releasing a CoD every year, making billions of dollars, and moving on. So I'm honestly fascinated to see what will happen to the CoD cycle with continued support. We're used to a 3-year cycle of Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward making a game, and on it spins. Will one studio be in charge of making games? Will they all work together on different modes? Will they support them? I'm very confused on how it will work, but I'm so curious to see, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for the franchise. I think this is some of the best news we've received in years, probably the best thing that's happened since, I'm gonna go with supply drops were removed in Modern Warfare, and I'm just ecstatic to see what happens. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Maybe this is the absolute worst case scenario in your mind, and it's the end of the world. CoD should release every year to the end of time. But that being said, I'm very much open to differing views, and you'll have to let me know what you think. But if you enjoy Call of Duty, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep you up to date on CoD news. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you next time.